Hey guys, Niabiafoefia here, back with another video. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video. I tweeted today that I was going to make this video because as you looked at the title above, it's Pride Month, and why not? Like, I don't really like talk about like me being gay on my channel like that. Not because I don't want to, just because like for me, like my sexuality or my preference or whatever you want to call it is not the most important thing about me. It's not my identity. It's a part of who I am, but it's not like all of that. Like, so but I did want to make this video. My mom had been telling me, actually, which is funny, she's like, you need to make a video about you being gay. I have one on my channel, like very briefly, but like maybe I have one or two, but my mom was like, you need to make a video. So yeah, basically that's what we're going to talk about. Also, I didn't even say it, but happy Pride Month to all of my fellow LGBTQ members, all of my allies, all of that, just because, yeah, like happy Pride Month, right? So maybe I want to get closer. Let's get a little up close and personal. And I'll put everything that I'm doing in the description box below. But yeah, this video, this makeup look, like this is a double purpose video because this is a makeup look that I had recorded before, and I recorded it, but I didn't like the footage. If you're a YouTuber, sometimes that happens. Like, you just don't be liking the footage. So I didn't really like the footage, so I never really like uploaded the video. So this is me redoing this, and I really want to be really glowy today. So this is me redoing the video, but also this is me talking about my journey through lesbianhood. So let's get into it. Oh, I'm using this brush by Michael Todd Beauty. It's so weird. So it's not like, it sounds like it's vibrating, but I promise you it's not vibrating, but it like really spins and brushes like the foundation and the primer into your skin. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of backstory about me. I'm Niabiafoefia. I'm 21, and I classify myself, or I say I'm a lesbian. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's who I am. I've only dated women. I'm 21. In the last 6 years, I've only dated or talked to women. I came out when I was 16, so maybe it's more. I can't count. So, all right, see how glowy I am? I really love these drops. Okay, but back to what I was saying. So I'm 21, and I have been out since I was 16 years old. So that was when that was my junior year, I think, of high school, I want to say, when I was 16. So yeah, how did that come out? So I guess I could give you, like, tell you, I guess, how I figured out I was gay. I think that makes sense more. So I discovered I was gay when I don't know, like when I was younger. Like, I thought boys were cute, but, and I'm not gonna necessarily say like I looked at girls, because that's not really, I don't know, I was a kid, but like when it came into like middle school, even middle school time, I was like not really worried about girls. Like, I would watch girl porn, girl on girl porn. Like, male porn and male and female porn does not do it to me, but it doesn't do it for me. I had a boyfriend in middle school, and I thought boys were cute. Like, I was low-key like a boy crazed girl, but then I realized like I was only kind of doing that because like I felt like my friends were so like, I won't say the word fast, but like they were so like, oh, boys, 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 boys. So I was just like, yeah, like that's what normal girls do. Like, they talk about boys, right? So yeah, like I thought like, oh, like that's what normal girls do. They talk about boys. So like, yeah, like let me do that. Like, nobody was gay, and I didn't have any like, I have an older brother, he's trans now, but at the time he was like a lesbian. So I have like, that was like the only like person like I knew that was like out or like that was gay. Like, I didn't have anybody else around me that was gay, and like nobody in middle school was gay. So like I just felt like boys, like that's what I saw as the norm. So like boys. So I had a boyfriend in middle school, and I just thought boys were cute because like, I mean, I was a girl and everybody else had boyfriends. But then I like started to realize like 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade, like something just a little off, Nia. Not necessarily off, I won't say it like that, but like this is not it. So I was, you know, doing my thing, dating little boys or whatever. I had a boyfriend named Tay Tay in middle school, and then I would talk to guys, but like it just wasn't fulfilling, or it really wasn't just, it wasn't it. Like, I felt like more so like I was boy crazy, or like just looking for boys to date, but it wasn't like I was like, and granted I was in middle school, but like it just wasn't it. Like, it didn't feel amazing like being with them, if that makes sense. So when it came to high school, there were a little bit more LGBT people. I want to say like I was like, oh, like 7th, 8th grade, I was like, I might be bi. So I was like, okay, like that might be a thing for me to call myself. I started like doing a little bit more research about stuff, because like I said, I always end up on gay and lesbian porn. So I'm like, I just might possibly be bi. So yeah, so like middle school, 8th grade, I was like, I kind of came to terms with like, Nia, you like girls. So I was like, I'm bisexual. That's the term that I came to. Like, oh, I still think boys are cute, but I also like girls. Like, cause I started seeing like fine ass studs, and I'm like, damn, like maybe I do like girls. So I was like, I'm bisexual. So that's what I started saying in 8th grade. So 9th grade, I was like, okay, yeah, I don't like dudes anymore. Like that's I thought that I like guys, but like I started to really like high school. I started to like come into myself. So I was like, I like girls. Like so I started to basically say I said I'm gay. Like I came to terms with that. And the first person I told that I was gay was my cousin. And she was just like, okay, like I already felt like I knew that. So I was just like, all right, whatever. And then I ended up telling my brother that I was gay. This was freshman year, but then like I didn't have like a girlfriend or anything. So like I didn't really tell my family because it was just my mom and my dad and stuff, because I just was like, okay, like I'm like still figuring it out for myself. So like I'll wait on telling my parents. So sophomore year, I ended up getting a girlfriend in high school. And the first time we actually hung out, she came to my house or whatever. And then me and my mom ended up dropping her off at home. And this is so funny because I didn't even get the fucking chance to tell my mom I was gay. So she was like, you know, she came, we hung out, we was at the house, we was just chilling in the living room and stuff, or maybe we were in my room, I don't remember, but we weren't doing anything like inappropriate or anything like that. But look, we were chilling, and me and my mom dropped her off and stuff. And as me and my mom drive off, I'll never forget this. She was like, you like her, don't you? And I was just like, yeah. And that's pretty much like the conversation I guess me and my mom had initially when we talked about like me being gay. So when that happened, I thought like, oh, like if she's asking me like, and she didn't ask it like in a like that's wrong or that's mean, like that's bad type of way. So I thought we were good. So after that happened, me and my girlfriend at the time, like in high school, we dated up until our senior year, I believe, of high school. It was a real rocky relationship, real unnecessary. Lesbian relationships in high school, girl, spare yourself. Especially if you a stud dating somebody that say they gay but they're not really gay. Or just anybody. Just if the girl not really gay, or if she's still dealing with niggas, that's just not a situation that you need to be involved in. So that's what happened. So initially I thought that my mom was like, I guess you could say like cool. Like she was like, all right, well, I mean, if that's what you like then okay. So things were okay at first when it came to like my girlfriend, because like she would come over all the time. Like we always wanted to be up under each other because that's my girlfriend, you know. But my mom, I guess she had to come to terms with stuff herself, because I feel like all parents who find out their kids gay, it's kind of like they go through this like thing of like, what could I have done, and like start blaming themselves, or even just start feeling like they did something wrong as far as parenting. But like you have to realize, like for me, like I just feel like even though like I dated guys in middle school and like I thought dudes were cute, and I still think men are attractive. Like as a human being, you are allowed to think that other human beings are attractive if they're the same sex or if they're the opposite sex. That doesn't necessarily make you homosexual. But me thinking boys was cute and like dating boys and messing with boys, I thought I was just doing that honestly because I felt like everybody else was doing it, so that was the norm. Like me dating a girl or me messing with a girl or thinking a girl was cute, I didn't think that that was the norm at the time. So oftentimes I feel like parents, they feel like they went wrong somewhere when it came to like childhood. But I really feel like, you know, if your kid is gay, like they're just like they're gay, like, and that's just what it is, like, you know. So like you kind of have to come to terms with that. But my mom, like I feel like any parent, when they figure out that their child is gay, they kind of go into like this like anger type of thing where they kind of like upset at their kid. Like I feel like my mom would like she would do stuff like not want me to be around my girlfriend, or like she was low-key like mean to my first girlfriend. Like my girlfriend felt very unwelcome sometimes at home. So like I just felt like that was like just a takeout of like the situation. Like my mom just was like kind of upset that I was gay, so she just wasn't really like happy about the situation, so she just would take it out in different ways or like be mean, or and it wasn't intentional. Like it's all about growth. Like I'm her youngest daughter, so you know she never really had a gay child other than me. I know I said I have a sibling that's trans, but that's from like on my other side, my dad's side. So yeah, like my mom didn't really know how to, you know, parents aren't perfect, I feel like. So when you don't grow up with a book on how to parent. And then my mother is also Caribbean, and if you know anything about like Caribbean or even just like African countries, like a lot of them are just not super supportive of like gayness or like just being, yeah, gay. So my mom, you know, that wasn't something that she was accustomed to. So she definitely was like, at first I would say like maybe a little bit apprehensive about me being gay, but like I had to let her know, like, and we had like arguments and we would, you know, go back and forth about stuff. And she was just like, you know, how are you gonna have kids and stuff like that? And I'm just like, girl, like they got in vitro, like people that don't, straight people that can't have kids, they have kids because it's science, nigga. Like everybody have kids nowadays in 2016 or whatever year that was. So, you know, we were going back and forth and we would argue about stuff, and I'm just like, girl, like I'm gay, like I'm not pregnant, I'm not on crack, I'm not doing meth, I have a job, I'm taking AP classes, I have so much good shit going for myself. This is the last thing that you should be complaining about. That's how I felt, because it's just like, girl, like I like girls and that's literally it. Like that doesn't take away from me being fucking awesome and amazing and your daughter. Like before, if I would have never told you that I was gay and I was secretly gay dating girls, it wouldn't bother you. So I had to really let my mom know, like, girl, like it's not that deep. Literally, like it's not that deep, Daphne. So yeah, that's what that was. So eventually my mom, I guess you could say, like now, like I told you, she wanted me to record this video because she's like, you know, you're such an advocate for lesbianism and all of that stuff. So I'm like, yeah, like you're right, maybe I should record this video. So that's how that happened. So my mom, she reacted like initially, I'm not upset with her for that. Like I tell her about my boos all the time. Well, my boo. So like, or whenever I'm in a relationship, I tell her like about people that I'm dating. But initially I know my mom wasn't like fucking with it at first, or she just maybe was confused. So I had to clarify some things for her and just let her know like it's okay. As far as my like my father, we don't really talk about me being gay like that. Like he knows, but I feel like him and my mom might have that conversation more than me. My mom and I are pretty close, so I'm sure like that's something that they discuss. But like me and him don't really have like, we don't talk about like my personal life. Like I talk to him about like school, I talk to him about like life, but I don't really talk to him about like my dating. Like if I bring somebody home that I'm dating, like he pretty much already kind of knows, but we don't really like sit around and like talk about like, oh, this is who I'm dating, and it's just not like that. So yeah, like I was saying, like my dad, he just doesn't really like know much, but he's cool with it, I'm assuming. Like I've brought girls home before, and you know, my parents are just my parents. You know how your family is, but you know, if they like you, they like you. If they don't, they just don't. And I'm honestly not in control of that. As far as family, really only like my immediate family knows, like my brother and my sister, my cousin Jade, my best friends. But like my extended family, I mean, I'm not the closest with my extended family. If I'm dating a girl, or if they watch my YouTube channel, they know. But like my grandma, she doesn't know, because it's just, my grandma's a very older Caribbean woman, so it's just kind of like I just would rather spare her the stress. So as far as friendships, has like being gay like affected friendships or things like that, I guess like I be saying I'm a lesbian is not the first thing that comes out of my mouth. Like it's so much more to me. Like I'm so multifaceted, and like me being gay is not, it's just honestly not the most important thing to talk about. I will be so like frank. People get so infatuated, I feel like, with like gay people that they forget that at the end of the day they're just people. We're just people, and it's so much more to life than me talking about my lesbian experiences or like who I'm dating, because like you being straight, I don't really care too much about what you're doing with who you're doing it with. That's just not my business. So I just feel like as far as friendships, when I came out in high school, I think people were like talking about it like, oh yeah, like Nia's gay, and I was just like, and what's your point? Like, okay. And but like my friends who were friends with me, like who were actually my friends, like they was like, okay, so whatever, what's next? Like it wasn't a big deal. And even my friends now, I don't have a lot of gay friends, which low-key I wish I did, I will say, because sometimes like my friends be talking about stuff and I be like, honestly, I don't want to hear about this. And I know sometimes I probably be talking stuff and they probably be like, girl, we actually don't want to hear about this. They listen, but like it's different from having like friends who are also like in your same kind of world, so y'all can kind of like relate on things. But my friends are extremely supportive of me, especially my friends now. Like I was never like bullied for being gay, or people never really said nothing crazy to me. Dudes would probably just be like, oh, like, yeah, let's have a threesome, or just some odd shit. And I'm like, nigga, you're ugly, number one. You can't do nothing with me. Number two, ew, boy, bye. So yeah, like I haven't, as far as my friendships though, like nobody has really like stopped being my friend because I was gay, because they know like it's so much more to Nia than just me being gay. I will say though, when I did come to college, Lex, I love Lex to death. Lex was like, what the fuck you be, you gay? Like she was like low-key, like kind of like what? But other than that, like I'll get weird, either my friends don't give a fuck, or people like outside of my friend group, they would just be like, oh, you're too pretty to be gay, stuff like that. And I'm just like, honestly, like none of that makes sense, because what, like, just shut up, because who's gonna date the studs, or who's gonna date all the other pretty girls if we all ugly lesbians? Like, it would just not be a good place for it just wouldn't be a good place for the lesbian world. So yeah, as far as dating life goes, dating as a gay girl has definitely had its ups and its downs. I feel like in high school, because I was coming out, that I was looking for relationships, or I was like looking for people just to like, I guess I wanted to like feel something, like I wanted to feel like experiences. And I just, you know, everybody else was dating since like middle school, and like since I finally like started figuring out who I was like, well damn, like I want to date like women, and I want to like actually like experience things with those you know, the people that I'm dating. But I don't know, my first girlfriend, that was definitely like a it was a roller coaster, our relationship. Her mom was very upset that her daughter was gay. So like outside of my mom being like low-key like passive aggressively like mean to my girlfriend at the time when she would come over, her mother was like very outwardly rude and disrespectful to me when she found out. Even like her family low-key was like very outwardly rude and disrespectful when they found out that we were actually like a thing. Like her mom would just be like me and her mom were cool when she thought we were friends, and then when she found out like I was dating her daughter, she was like, oh, you're the reason my daughter is gay. And like I would go to her basketball games, and her mom would just be like like not talk to me and just like be rude or like blow me off. And I'm like, I gotta deal with this shit. I wasn't dealing with that shit. Like we went to we both ended up in Panama City Beach for spring break one year, and like her mom, like I went to go see her because I'm gonna see my girlfriend, you know. So her mom is like, oh, what the fuck you doing down there with that girl? Like was just trying to cause this big ass scene. And like pretty much like my whole relationship with my girlfriend in high school, like she just was low-key like getting in trouble basically for being gay. And that shit is like, it sucks, because it's like you feel like, damn, like me dating you is a problem. And like it kind of sucks, because it's like, damn, like ain't really nothing wrong with us, we just want to date each other. So it just sucks. So like that relationship started going left, because it was like, damn, like she trying to make sure, you know, that's your family, so you like not trying to disappoint your family, but it's just like, damn, like you trying to do some shit that you want to do, and like nobody's like really like appreciative, or like nobody's really fucking with it. So like after I dated her, like after our relationship started going downhill, I wasn't dating her, but I was I started dealing with an older woman. So at the time I was 18 and she was 25. She was my manager at my job, and I was like, yeah, like I'm about to just mess with an older girl. This was like before I came to college. As far as that just really just showed me like, if you date, like it doesn't matter, honestly it really doesn't matter like what gender you're dating. People think that like dating women like solves issues like immediately. Like no, like women are a lot on their own. And I was, like I said, I wasn't dating her, but I was dealing with her, and she was like too emotionally attached. And I was like, look, I thought we were very clear about, you know, what were we doing? So yeah, like that was what that was. But like older people, it doesn't really matter. Like if you're gonna date older though, like you need to make sure like the person's actually mature. Like you don't really want to be dating somebody and you feel like you're dating someone. If you're gonna date older for the simple fact or the mere fact that you think that this person is a little bit more mature, make sure that they're actually mature. Like I was like, oh, like I'm done with teenage girls. That's kind of like why I went and dated her, because I was like, oh, I'm done with like teenage girls. Like I'm about to date somebody older that's on my level. Because freshman year, I mean high school senior year, thought she was so damn grown. I thought I was so independent and grown. So I'm like, I'm not finna mess with these little girls no more. But yeah, my damn 25-year-old, she was like damn near a little girl. And she was like, before I left off for college, she was trying to profess her love for me, and I was just like, this is a lie. Like girl, I'm finna go to school. This is not the time or the place. You're not about to tie me down. So then when I got into school, what happened? I wasn't really looking for nothing. It wasn't a lot of, like at Hampton, and this kind of sucks, there wasn't a lot of like out lesbians. So I'm just like, fuck, like who I'm supposed to date then? And like there wasn't like, and even with there not being a lot of out lesbians, there was a lot of so that mean I really wasn't like, I don't need hella gay friends, but like damn, like, you know, like I said earlier, like I would want to hang out with somebody that's, you know, kind of similar to me, I guess. Not really, but now I don't really need that. But like then I was thinking like, damn, like, oh, I want gay friends. So it wasn't a lot of out lesbians, and I soon realized there was a lot of curious girls. And I'm not really into that whole, oh, I got a nigga but I'm trying to mess with you. No, you're not. You can keep that over there and you and your boyfriend can deal with that, but I'm not. Don't add me to that equation. So yeah, I just didn't have time. Like, and granted, you have to give people their time. But like I was so like I knew who I was as a lesbian, as a woman, as an out gay girl, that I'm gay and I'm not gonna be, I didn't have time to like date people who weren't necessarily super sure of themselves. So I started freshman year, I did end up dating this girl. She was from back home. She was weird, so that was just that. I didn't really, it was whatever. And then I took a little hiatus from women, I believe. I started messing with my manager again that summer going into my sophomore year, because I was just like, look, I'm bored, so let me do something again that I'm used to, I'm accustomed to. So what happened? I don't know, like I feel like my dating life it is what it is. Like it's up in the air. Like I'm in a happy relationship now, couldn't be happier, period. But I don't know, like dating women, it can be a lot sometimes. And like for me, like I've had experiences dating like feminine women, kind of. I thought I liked studs, but they don't, it's okay. Like people think that, and this is one common misconception I'm gonna like kind of dismiss. So many people think that, oh, if you date girls that look like boys, why don't you just date a nigga? It's not that. Like y'all be making shit deeper than it need to be. Girls who choose to dress more masculine, that's their choice. Like they're not, half of the time, granted there's different levels to like lesbianism and like things that women do, because it's different reasons for everything. But the studs that I've personally come in contact with, and a stud is basically a woman who just appears a little bit more masculine. I didn't meet them there. They were never trying to be a dude. Like they were just like, oh, I'm a girl and this is just how I feel comfortable, and that's okay. Like that's perfectly okay. I just feel like everybody always wants to kind of like throw their own labels on things and make their own definitions of things and their own concepts of how people are and how people should be, and it's just honestly not your place. Like I really do believe that gender is a social construct, and you cannot sit here and tell somebody that they're dressed like a boy because they want to be a boy. No, she's a lesbian and she just that's where she feels most comfortable, and that's just what it is. Like as a woman, yeah, like you can be dating a stud and you could be attracted to a stud, but at the end of the day, for the most part, majority of studs they still have a feminine touch, and they're still women. Like they're still gonna, you know, be a girl. So it's not you saying like, oh, I want a nigga. Like no, we just, for the most part, like when I was like attracted to women that were a little bit more masculine, it was just because they looked like women. Like I saw the woman in them, if that makes sense. It is honestly not for everybody to understand. But yeah, so I've dated femmes, which is a woman who's feminine. I'm a femme too, is that, by the way. Like I'm a feminine lesbian. I've dated stems, which are basically women that are a cross between stud or masculine as well as feminine women. And I've also dated a little stud here and there. And yeah, at the end of the day, I would definitely have to say I'm more of a STEM girl. I don't know if I could pretty much date, I don't know if I'm into studs still. Like I don't really think that's it for me. I definitely like a woman who can like switch it up, and like, you know, I can do her makeup and she's not like opposed to it, or like, you know, maybe we can share clothes. No, I'm just kidding. But like, I don't know, I think I definitely am, like my attraction is a little bit more towards women who have like a little twist of masculine, but they can definitely be your feminine, soft, nice, cute, you know, girl. Like that's my personal like preference as of right now, where I am in my life. Just dating in the lesbian world it has its ups and downs. Like I feel like please don't turn to dating sites. I was on Tinder for like maybe a week. Just not, yeah, that it gets weird really fast, and it's like you always find these like manly, fresh looking lesbians, and that's not anything that I'm into. So yeah, I just feel like although like I'm like I said, when I came to Hampton, when I came to school, there weren't a lot of out lesbians, and I don't do undercover, oh, we have to keep this hush hush, I got a nigga at home but can you be my girl. I don't do that. That's weird, not my type of party. But you know, the type of woman that's for you is gonna come for you no matter where you are in life. And I had to understand that, because like it can be hard, because it's like you feel like everybody around you is dating, and you like, damn, like I'm trying to experience that too. But girl, it's okay. Like your woman, she's on her way, but she might not just be where you are, and that's okay. But yeah, like I was saying, like it can be stressful sometimes as a gay girl, as a lesbian, because it's just like, damn, like you feel, why niggas always want to mow the grass, I don't know. But yeah, it can be stressful. I feel like sometimes because you feel like all your friends in a sense are kind of like dating, and like niggas is just there. Like it's so many, you feel like sometimes it's like so many straight men for these women, but it's not enough like girls for you, if that makes sense, or like girls that you want. So like sometimes as lesbians we kind of like not downgrade, but we definitely don't put our standards as high, because we're like kind of like trying, because if there's a lesbian or a girl that feels like she wants to be pursued, we kind of like jump on that opportunity, but that's not really the person for us. So yeah, like I feel like, you know, if you don't feel like there are enough women that you like in your area, like just wait. Like it's so much other stuff to be doing than dating. Like I really want people to understand, like it's so much more to life than dating. Like who you're supposed to be with, like they'll come at the time they're supposed to come, but don't be like out there trying to like force somebody to be in your life because you think that's what it's supposed to be. Like no. And that's just like honest experience from me being gay. Like I'll just be frank, like that's what I try to do. Like was low-key like settling because I felt like, oh, like, well shit, this the gay girl that like me, or I think she's cool, or I think she's cute, so this must be it. But no, I was wrong. So yeah, also I wanted to talk about, I guess, like coming out and just tips in general about that. This video is gonna be low-key scattered, but like I feel like, you know, I was through my journey period, like honestly, like I feel like it was low-key not it wasn't terrible. Like I didn't go through like my family trying to like scrutinize me hella hard. My family really just allows me to be who I want to be, allow me to be my best self. They weren't really trying to like change me, make me date boys. They weren't trying to do that stuff. But like if you know what type of family that you have, if you feel like that's the type of family that you're in, I know coming out is going to be harder. So like if you feel like you might have to wait until like you get out the house, and if you feel like maybe your safety is going to be harmed, like honestly, like just wait. Like it sucks that sometimes we have to put who we truly are on the back burner, but I would never want somebody to be like trying to come out and it's like a super hostile, uncomfortable, unnecessary, like weird situation where you really can't be yourself. Like that's not, you know, that's not the place that nobody, you know, we don't want that. So like tips I feel like for coming out would definitely have to be like, who, like I came out so long ago, it's like damn, like do you really have tips? But like be honest with yourself. Like do you really know who you are? Like I know in middle school I felt like a lot of people were playing like they were gay just because they felt like it was a trend, or you know, like it was just something that people did. It was cute, like it was to appeal to guys. Like I don't feel like people were really like lesbians. And even in high school, some girls do it now, like they're low-key like looking for attention. But if you feel like, you know, like this is who you are, this is what you are, and if nobody can take that away from you, like there's so many like places that are out here that it's there to support you. But also find solace and find support in somebody that's similar to you, that might be a little bit older, that can give you genuine support and peace if you feel like your family is not necessarily there. Because like at the end of the day, like we care about, I think out of all of the opinions in the world that we care about, we care more about our family more than anything. So you know, you definitely want the love and support from your family. But if it's a point where it comes to like you honestly just feel like you cannot be yourself, then I just feel like you have to, it sounds, I don't know how, like I don't know how, but you definitely just have to just be who you are, period. Because you suppressing yourself and suppressing where you actually want to be, like if you know like, oh I'm gay, I want to be with men, or oh I'm gay, I want to be with girls, and you can't be like, you can't be who you want to be because your family won't allow you to. Like they live their lives, like it's time for you to live yours, and you have to do what's best for you and make yourself most comfortable, and you just be the best you. Like they cannot dictate everything. And it's sad because I know there's so many like gay men and women who are like ostracized by their families for just simply being gay. Like it's so much worse that you could be out here. You could be somebody who eat mayonnaise, you know, like you could be, that's mean, but you could be a lot of worse things than being gay. Like it's so many things out there that's worse than being gay. So I just feel like, you know, it's unfortunate that we have to like sometimes like sacrifice our true selves to make other people happy. And it's just like, come on, it's 2018 and it's easier said than done, but you have to just be the best you that you can possibly be. All right guys, I'm back. I had to put on my lashes, I put some gold in the corner. I had to just do a lot of that off camera just to honestly just save time, because I just wanted to chat in this video. And granted, I feel like the video is all over the place, but I still just want to continue to talk to you guys. But yeah, ooh, where did I stop? I don't remember. But what I'm gonna jump in and say is, I feel like I'm proud to be a Black woman, a lesbian. I'm proud of who I am, because I feel like just being yourself in this day and age is so hard. Like, so many people put so many stipulations on you and throw their expectations on you and want you to be who they want you to be. And I feel like I'm so happy that I'm firm in who I am, and I won't allow anyone to take that away from me. And you don't have to be lesbian or gay or any of that, but in a sense, sometimes it can be harder for women of color, specifically, you know, LGBTQ identifying people, to be themselves, like specifically colored people. Like, I honestly feel like it's so hard for us. And like, for me, even like, I was talking to my girlfriend about this last night, but like how we're portrayed in the media. Like, I feel like oftentimes, I follow my friend today, I was looking at her Instagram, and she was posting about like her marriage. And well, she's about to get married, so she's engaged, so she was posting about her engagement. So she was like, oh, like, go follow this page, and it'll basically like talk about like our love story. So I was on it's a black love page, and I'm just like, oh, like, this is cute, like, I'm so here, like, I love black love. But like, when I say I love black love, I'm talking about all of black love. And it's oftentimes like, even like in our community, like, black people often don't support gay people or LGBT identifying people, and it's just like, fuck, like, we oppressed as fuck. Like, we are super oppressed people, and it's like, who are you to oppress someone even more because of their preference? Who are we? And it's like, damn, like, I was looking at this page, and it was no like gay, it was no male, it was none of that. And a lot of people will say like, oh, like, if you want to see that, go somewhere else, like, go to a gay page. Why do I have to go to a specifically gay page just to see black love? If I want to see black love, I want to see all black love across all of the spectrum. I don't want to just see, you know, heterosexual couples. And granted, everybody has their opinions on that type of stuff, but it's just kind of like, to me, I think it's just lame that everything has to be labeled. No, like, black love to me is, it's just me being in love. Like, it's just whoever is in love. And even like how, you know, LGBT people are portrayed in the media, like, we're portrayed in the media, it's like hypersexual. And for men, I would say, like, even for women too, like for gay women, but okay, so for gay men, I feel like it's hypersexual. Like, oh, all gay men like to do is have sex and be sassy. There's so many different like narratives when it comes to gay men. There's masculine gay men, there's feminine gay men, but not all gay men want to do is just have sex, hump, and catch AIDS, because that's what everybody thinks, that the LGBT community is responsible for AIDS and the spread of HIV, when that's not the case. So that's annoying. And then as far as for women that are a part of the LGBT community, oh, it's for like a pleasure, it's for like somebody else's pleasure, it's not really for them, it's more so like something that we want to see. Like, it's more socially acceptable for men to like to see women on women because it's for their pleasure, but it's not necessarily like viewed as the same way as like, oh, this is a nurturing and a loving relationship. It's not like, oh, like, that's hot, like, that's what we want to see because we're men. No, like, I'm just so tired of those portrayals, and like, even not seeing portrayals of women in the men and women that's you know, part of the LGBT community. I feel like we have so much, you know, further to go. But I think my biggest issue is like, definitely like how African Americans, like, because this is, you know, black people, how we choose not to really like acknowledge or even like advocate for, like, how can we kind of like advance as a people if we don't even really want to help a group of our own people, you know? It sucks, because it's just like how I even said earlier, like how I feel like I can't even tell my grandma that I'm gay, like, because I don't know how she's gonna react. So that just kind of sucks. Nonetheless, I'm just super happy, super proud. Like, there's a month, and I do feel like there is progress, but I feel like there's so much more progress that we do have to make. As gay people, I feel like we have so much, we've come a long way, but we also have so far to go. But I'm just super, like, I am definitely like, I know that we're gonna get where we need to get, but it's just gonna take time, and it's gonna take more gay people writing different narratives. Like, and that even goes for like, for me, like, because me being black and being gay go hand in hand. So I feel like, even though we need more narratives about being black, we need more narratives about being gay. Like, people need to see, they need to just stop seeing like lesbian, trans, black, gay, all of these like groups of people as like aliens. Like, I think that's how sometimes we see it. It's like, no, like, we're literally just people. All right, so my makeup is complete. I hope y'all like this look. I low-key feel like I have to film this look because like this look is fire, and like I don't feel like I really like captured this look in this video. So let me know if y'all want to see this actual look again. But I say all of that to say, like, granted this video got scattered, but everybody's journey is different. Everybody in life is different, and everybody with their different things that, you know, they go through in life are definitely different. But I just want to I wanted to make this video to share my experience and, you know, tell you guys where I am right now in my life. And honestly, I feel like all of the things that I went through, even like my lesbian, you know, journey, they really have shaped me and allowed me to be as free-spirited as I want to be. Like, you know, different comments that we get, especially like me, like I feel like in a sense that I do have some type of I don't even know the word, but like for me not looking super gay, like that's what people say, like when they think of like a lesbian, sometimes a lot of people think of like butch masculine lesbians. So like for me, I might not necessarily face the different ridicule or the different things that someone who might be a little bit more masculine might face. But you know, everybody's journey in their, you know, group is different, and I just wanted to touch on my specific journey. And I thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. If I didn't touch on something that you personally would have wanted me to touch on, if you wanted me to be a little bit more specific, if you wanted me to elaborate a little bit more, let me know. Let's have some discussion down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for this video, for watching this video. Happy Pride Month to all of my LGBTQ members as well as to my allies, and thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.